Hello all, in this video I want to talk about how to become a millionaire without trying too hard. This method requires a little bit of math, and it doesn't require you to work 24/7 or have an insane salary every year or start that business or make a ton of money from Bitcoin. It's pretty simple. So let's say you're 25 years old and you want to retire at a decent age. You work a normal job and make a normal income. So what you're going to do is invest your money in the S&P 500 every month. You're not just going to save, you're also going to invest. The first step is figuring out how much you can save. Some people, obviously more than others, but even if you can invest $100 a month, let me show you what you can do. So you start with 0, and the average return of the S&P 500 is 11% a year. Then 100 a month, monthly deposit here for 40 years. So 40 years until you're 65 at retirement age. Let's see, that's almost $1 million. Just doing $100 a month, you can have almost $1 million at retirement. You can safely live off this amount of money. This is the historical chart of the S&P 500. It averages an 11% return a year. Yes, it can have a few bad years, or of course it can all come crashing down, but this is the safest bet in the stock market. And if it all does come crashing down, we have a lot bigger problems to worry about than your money. So now let's say you're 25 and you can invest $500 a month for 40 years at 11%, the S&P 500, 40 years, $4.3 million when you're 65, just from investing $500 a month, just automatic deposits every month from your account. If you can safely invest this amount of money every month, you're making $4 million of interest over 40 years. I mean, that's a lot of money. All you have to do is buy the S&P 500 and forget about it. That's pretty awesome. So now let's say you're 25 and you can do $1,000 a month for 40 years. It's crazy. It's amazing what you can do when you just buy stocks and hold. And I understand a lot of people are scared of the stock market, but like I said, if we all lose our money, we got big problems to worry about. Now, how about if you're 45 years old and you've never thought about investing before? That's okay, because you can still have a decent retirement if you get on it now. Look, so let's do 20 years investing, say $200 a month. Let's say you don't make a ton of money, but you have a little bit of margin that you can save every month. So 45 to age 65, $200 a month. Let's see what that is. $173,000, like that's a good chunk of money. You can take a good amount of income. Now let's do $500 a month. Look, 20 years of investing $500 a month is $432,000. You can live off that in retirement, and if you have Social Security, you're going to be able to live comfortably in retirement. If you're 45 now, you can still get started. And say you're 45 and you can do $1,000 a month, or say $2,000 a month. You make a lot of money, but you just never realize you should invest it. $1,000 a month is $860,000 in 20 years, and $2,000 a month is going to be crazy, $1.7 million in 20 years. So if you're full-time employed, this is what companies do with your 401k. So this is basically the same thing. And if you're able to do this and your 401k, that's going to be crazy money as you get older. And just real quick, let's see if you're 25 years old and you make, let's see you make $100,000 a year doing really well at 25, and you can afford to invest $2,000 a month, and you make that for 40 years. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money for when you're 65. That's nothing wrong with that. This is just how to retire at a decent age with a good amount of money. There's a lot out there on TikTok and all this stuff on the internet, but this is a tried and true method that over 40% of current millionaires have done. And on that note, 80% of current millionaires in America are self-made millionaires. Less than 20% have inherited millions of dollars. 8 out of every 10 millionaires are self-made. It definitely still requires hard work and discipline, so it's definitely still not easy, but it's actually simple. This is a simple method, anyone can do it, and I'm gonna do it, so who wants to do it with me?